The Shadow Foreign Secretary is wrong to call for the government to publish legal advice surrounding the UK's decisions on military sales to the Middle Eastern country. Labour, not fit to govern, because the party's leaders have shown deep misunderstanding over Britain's arms exports to Israel, a former Attorney General has warned. Sir Michael Ellis hit out at David Lammy's repeated calls for the government to publish legal advice surrounding the UK's decisions on military sales to the Middle Eastern country. He said the Shadow Foreign Secretary is showing naivety over the issue, warning that lawyers must always be allowed to give their advice to their clients privately. Lawyers are advisors. They are not the deciders, he said. It comes just days after David Cameron said Britain will not suspend arms exports to Israel despite having grave concerns about humanitarian access to Gaza. Speaking in Washington, the Foreign Secretary said he had reviewed the most recent legal advice and this left our position on export licenses unchanged. Said there was a robust legal process for assessing the licenses, adding the government would not publish or comment on legal advice but would act in a way that is consistent with it. Earlier this week, Mr. Lammy reiterated calls for Lord Cameron to publish any legal advice the UK government had received. Mr. Lammy suggested, on issues of war, a Labour government would publish a summary of legal advice, as the government did after the UK took action against the Houthis. Sir Michael, a senior Conservative MP, said Labour's stance on the issue shows the party is not fit to be in government. Labour's approach is so ill-judged and politically nonsensical that their demands on this are best ignored, he added. The government has faced increasing pressure on arms exports to Israel following the deaths of 3 Britons in an airstrike that killed 7 working for the humanitarian group World Central Kitchen.